If a woman flakes on you, let her go. Leave her alone. Obviously. If a woman flakes on you, leave her alone. She wasn't interested in. Well, okay, I'll be a little bit more specific. Let's say if you've been fooling around with a chick and you done banged her a few times, you guys have went out on a couple dates, and she flakes on you. Due to the fact that you done seen a chick already, you done banged her, you know, uh, I'd say to a certain degree you can kind of let that slide, but you have to address that situation and let her know, like, listen, if this happens, if this happens again, then I'm gonna have to let you go. You have to check it because, uh, like verbally, also, and she may feel that you're trying to come down on her or reprimand her, but this is what you have to do with women. You have to correct them because it's almost like what you be telling her is, listen, you can mess this thing up or you can work it out. You can make this thing work between us. If you continue to flake, you'll mess it up between us. If you wanted to work out, then you won't flake. Bottom line, see? But if you're talking to a woman and you never ever met her yet and she already acting flaky and she flaked on you, you done. You got to cut her off. She dead meat. You see? And on the other hand, if you're talking to a woman and if she and you done banged her, you done been with her for some time or whatever, and you guys have copulated and all this other stuff, and she flakes on you, of course you will have to reprimand her, you have to correct her, you have to address that situation. See? And let's see, I say like the average woman in America is like a 172 pounds. That's like an average woman is like 5'2", 5'3", and that's we can label that as in a sense we can label that as being obese. You see where I'm going? We can label that as being obese. And and see, it's like most women, they have this high mindset anyway. So it's like if they see an ugly guy out here, the guy could be butt ugly. But if a lot of women are attracted to him, of course she's gonna gravitate to him as well. Us as men, we different. We don't think like that. If we see an ugly chick and a lot of dudes trying to talk to her, we're not gonna talk to her. Well, most dudes not gonna do that anyway. You see where I'm going? Like a lot of dudes are not gonna do that anyway, man. And I was listening to this one guy's live stream, and this guy, he was from overseas, and he kicked facts. He was saying that when it comes down to American women, one of the reasons why they're disrespectful is because there is no repercussions. He said in different countries overseas, women, they get slapped up. Women get slapped up. There are consequences to acting a fool with a man. And when you look at black men, black women in America, they disrespect us in the worst way. Just American women, period. And they disrespectful. Like the white woman, the Caucasian woman, she's not better than black women, but she's a little bit easy to get along with over here in America, but she's still disrespectful as well. She's a feminist as well. You see, but one of the main reasons as to why women in America are disrespectful because there is no, these feminists, there is no repercussions. There is no consequences. Overseas, women get slapped up. You have one of those Indian women come over here and become promiscuous, then try to go back to their country. And some of them countries, man, those women, they get killed. Now, I'm not trying to boast of that, but like there are certain consequences overseas in some countries. In America, these women, they mildly disrespectful. They'll cheat on you, sleep around because they know nothing will happen to them. They'll throw a man on child support, get a man for fake charges, all of this other stuff. Call the police on a man. Black men's lives don't matter. That's what it should have said. Black men's lives don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You see? Because the black man's struggle is totally different from the black woman's struggle over here in America. Black women, they have taken the side, they are in collusion with white men. So they get government incentives, WIC, HUD, child support, public housing, WIC, free milk, food stamps, all this other stuff. You see? I see men out there who get food stamps, but I rarely see it. Like, I just don't see a lot of men out there getting food stamps. I just don't see it. I don't. And most of us men, we think autonomous. We try to be autonomous because we know we have to be that provider. So we're going to get out here, we're going to get a job, and we're going to take care of our own. As black men, we shouldn't depend on the government at all. Not at all. See? Women, they're going to act up because they know the law is on their side. And I've seen paternity fraud is legal. So this is how I know we live in a matriarchal society where they support, where this system is proponent of women's. Paternity fraud is not illegal. Paternity fraud is not a crime in America. Can you believe that? Paternity fraud is not a crime. And I've heard of some dudes, like I think I heard of like 2 dudes from California, 1 dude from Texas. He thought the child was his, and he went and got a DNA test, and the child came out to not be his. Then he went to leave the relationship, and he was still responsible for paying child support. This guy was taking that specific chick to court. That's crazy. Can you believe that? That is insane, man. That is insane. You can get with a chick, she can go commit infidelity on you, cheat with another guy, and you can still have to pay child support just because you've been with her for 5, 10 years, or however long that the judge see fit. This is an anti-male society. Let me be more specific, an anti-black male society. It's insane, man. It's insane. It's crazy, but at the end of the day, you can scoff at it. Us as black men, we got to be able to laugh at this. Like I see during this coronavirus fake pandemic, a lot, and amid this George Floyd situation, you got some black people. Well, it's a small amount of black people that are fleeing to different countries, and they never turning back. They never coming back. I was reading a small article on Facebook. And you got people, and I'm talking about some of these black people who got money, because most of us, I say the majority of black men, they don't make more than 50,000. 30,000, I say like 30% of black men don't make more than 100,000 a year. Well, if my numbers are accurate, I have to go back to Google and check it out. But yeah, man, I mean, a lot of us black men, we at the bottom of the totem pole here. Bottom of the totem pole, man. And the system is designed like that. It's designed like that. This system, through these Jim Crow laws, has set up our black women to be disrespectful towards us, to rule over us, to make sure we stay in line. You see? And that's another reason as to why us as black men, this is why we date out. And this is what you should do, my brother. Date out. You see? Big facts. If the black woman want to go out there and be with the drug dealers and stuff like that, well, let her go. Leave her to a child. Let her get with a white man. You see a lot of these black women, they'll be submissive to a white guy, but not to the black man. See? That's the problem, man. But yeah, and as I think deeply about it, black women, well, women in general in America, they aren't conditioned to be wives and to be helpmates, to be submissive. They aren't. These women in America, they coming out of college with 1,000 degrees. They becoming single mothers on purpose, voluntarily becoming single mothers, divorcing their husbands, sleeping around, leaving their boyfriends or whatever with kids, sleeping around, out here being loose and reckless with their vagina, out here at the club, partying, having unprotected sex, being loose with their vagina, willingly becoming single mothers. Some of these women out here, they want to have kids because they haven't made none of their lives. So they'll become single mothers because they know Big Daddy, white supremacist, this white supremacist government living in Babylon, it's going to take care of them through government incentives such as HUD, free public housing, child support, all this other stuff. It's going to take care of them, man. It's going to take care of them. They don't breed women in America to be wives or submissive women. So us as brothers, in a sense, we've stopped expecting that. I've just stopped expecting it, man. The less sunlight you get, the quicker you'll die. So stand out there in the sun. Stand out there in the sun. I know that's kind of off topic, but yeah, it's yeah, man. These women, they're being bred to be workhorses, compete with men in corporate America. They're not trying to be wives, man. They're not. You see? All these women out here throwing their kids in daycare, paying all this money when you can be an at-home wife, teaching your own kids, taking care of your own kids. You paying all these different people just so you can be an independent woman. No family. You failed if you're a woman that's in your 20s or 30s. If you're single, no husband, you failed. For most of you women, failed. That's how I look at it. Because you ain't got no family, you ain't got no husband. What's your purpose for living? What is your purpose? What, just to be out here making a lot of money? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. Yeah, so my boy, the Black Ram, he dropped a video yesterday. It was heat. It was heat, man. It was coming with heat. And it was, just some of the standards that I have been living by for a long time, because obviously he kind of went down a list. Talking to other brothers, letting other brothers know, But, just one of his tips that he was giving to the brothers was, do not message a woman after you talk to her. Like let's say after about like 24 hours. Let's say if you message a woman in the morning, hey, how are you? And you don't hear back from her for 24 hours. After that, delete the number. Don't ever go back and double text the chick. And that's what I have been living by for forever, because it's like a woman, she sits down, even if she's sitting on the toilet, she looks at her phone. She goes through her phone all the time. So indirectly what she's doing is she's ignoring you. She's ignoring you. That's what she's doing. So if you message a woman one time, ask her a question, something like that, just one quick message or something like that, or you tell her something and she don't respond to you in 24 hours, delete that woman's number. She's not thinking about you. So after one of the other tips that he was talking about was after let's say if you was with this specific, you was talking with this specific girl and you've met her 3 times and you haven't even smashed, not after those 3 times, cut her off. She's done after that. If you've been talking to this woman and you done met her 3 times, because I mean, most of the chicks not most of them, but most chicks that come over my house, they getting smashed. You see, most of them getting banged. But there have been instances where, like, I think this happened to me like 3 times. No, probably about like 4 times in my life, where a woman has came and she spent the night over my house, and I fingered her, touched her tits, kissed her neck in bed, everything, and did all this foreplay with her, and I still didn't get to bang her. So these specific women, I think it was like 2 women where I didn't know no better back in the past. I would try to message and get back up with them, and like my boy said, those women, they just weren't interested. But it was 2 other women as to where it's like I learned the game. I learned that red pill game. So it was this one chick. I think it was probably about like a year and a half ago. I went to spend the night over her house, and I was spooning her, cock rock hard. You see what I'm saying? Penis rock hard. She felt it. I was in her bed, everything, touching her and everything, and did nothing fly. Did nothing fly. And that was like the fourth time of me meeting her. After I went to her house and did nothing happen, she was done. I didn't message her the next day. I just left her alone, man. I left that specific chick alone. And that's how it's supposed to go. That's how you're supposed to do it, my man. You see? If you meet up with a chick more than 3, I'd say probably 4 times, and she's not trying to come over your house and you haven't smashed within 3 to 4 times of seeing her, let her go, man. Let her go. Now, we're not talking about modest and virtuous women who are virgins, or a woman who's only slept with, let's say, 1 or 2 guys, 1 guy, or let's say she became a single mother because she's a widow and her husband died. That's a whole different story right there. You see where I'm going? But we know for the majority of these American modern feminist women, they got, I'd say by the age 18, they got about 5 to 10 bodies. So you put them at age 25, they got 15 or probably 20 bodies. At age 30, they got 25 bodies. You see where I'm going? So we're not talking about these typical American women. And let me see, because he mentioned something else. He mentioned something else in this video. Let me see. Wow, that's deep, man. That was deep. Yeah. So, just to piggyback off of what he was saying, a lot of guys, they don't have no options. They don't have confidence to leave a woman. So what a lot of us guys will do, is we'll get in a relationship with a woman. We'll get a woman, and then we don't feel like going back out there into the dating scene. So then we'll just have this one woman as our only option, and then this particular woman will treat us like trash. Whenever this woman starts to get out of line, she starts to cop attitudes and talk to us crazy and be disobedient, we'll take it, because we'll say to ourselves like, I don't want to go back out there into the dating scene. So then we'll start to conform to the woman's way, and that's the problem. This is when the woman starts to control the relationship. She starts to control you and your masculinity as a man. That is a major problem, because I found myself doing that years and years and years ago. We would get with a woman and we would say, oh, well, this is the best that I can do, or I don't feel like going back out there into the dating scene. So, man, just let me get with this girl, and you'll put up with her bull crap. You'll put up with it because you don't got no options. You don't want to go back out there into the dating scene, so she'll treat you like trash. She'll cheat on you. You'll have to buy her all this, all these gifts, Valentine's Day, shoes, all this other stuff. She's not even giving you sex at times. She's using sex as a weapon because she know you don't have no options. And this is why us as men, we have to have confidence to be able to leave a chick. We have to be okay with being alone. We have to be okay with being able to leave a chick and going to find another chick. Or a woman will treat you any type of way. She'll treat you like a little boy. You see where I'm going? So yeah, man. Yeah. I know I kind of slowed down on making videos a little bit, kind of truncated my video making. It was because, to be honest, I just kind of didn't think anybody would be watching my videos. But then again, it doesn't really matter. Maybe it'll reach somebody. But one of my main reasons as to why it's and I see some other Red Pill brothers, like they've slowed down as far as making videos. One of my reasons was because, to be honest, I'm just ready to die. All this, because in America, you're never going to get a wife. Well, wives, plural, because us as brothers, we believe in polygyny. It's for black men. white men, they can stick with that monogamy stuff. But you're not going to find a black woman that's submissive in America. It's not going to happen. She's probably 0.1% of the population. Then it's like when you're speaking to brothers here on the platform, you really can't say what you want to say to men because you have to censor yourself and all this other stuff. And then on top of that, like, you can have so many simps. So many simp guys. And I know because I used to be one of them. But it's like when you give a guy something profound, and it's been some weeks, months, and years, and they still listening to your content and they still disagree. I don't have a lot of brothers. I don't have brothers disagree with me at all, because most guys who come listen to my videos, they already red pill. But I see a lot of other brothers who have been making content for years and years and years. You're reading the comment section, and you got some guys out there that still disagree with them, still have problems with a man telling another man that he shouldn't be with a single mother. You got guys like you got simps like that that's still out there. You got simps out there that's chasing female validation. You got simps out there that's crying and running behind women. So it's almost like, man, it's just, this country is just littered with simps. And us as brothers, we have this red pill movement. We kicking knowledge to newcomers, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. I'm not gonna give up though. And you got brothers out there like Black Ram, for us black men, brothers like that. Those brothers, they're not giving up. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not saying that some guys gave up or whatever, because I still talk to other red pill guys personally, and we still kick knowledge to one another, see, as brothers. But like, as I look at this culture, it's like it's not gonna get no better. And you got some of us brothers, we do, like some brothers do try to travel, and you have some brothers who actually traversed overseas and they live in a better life. They done had kids. I done seen videos of black men that went overseas and got Panamanian women, foreign women that got kids, family, living a good life. But that's not going to be the majority though. That's like maybe 3-4% brothers, maybe 2-3%. There's not a lot of guys out there that's going to go overseas and have success like that, and live and stay overseas and live. It's just not going to go like that, man. So, I mean, when it comes down to these women, us as men, we know the motto: no marriage, no cohabitation, and no kids. This is how we live until they change these laws. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen in our generation. So, this is how we got to live. Just relegate these women to being concubines. That's all you can do. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to making a few videos here and there for the brothers. You brothers know how life is.
In 2 miles, take the exit onto Route E toward downtown Moberly.
Yeah, like you get busy and this and that, so you know how life is. But I'm proud of you other brothers out there who still kicking that red pill content. Keep up the good work, and we're here to exhort one another. That's what it's all about. See? But yeah, just, man, so many simps, and seeing the quality of women, it's like, oh man, it's so bad. It's just all bad, man. So, I mean, just, man.